The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, Ingram. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now Jackson on 1st down, flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Here we go.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Wait.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Single. 12, fellas, here we go. Shoot. 2.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here we go.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Bravo. One, Omaha. Spot.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. CD, we want to remind folks, in honor of its 100th season, the NFL is encouraging fans to join players, teams, and the NFL family in a year-long volunteer initiative called Huddle for 100. Choose a cause, volunteer 100 minutes of your time, and help shape what your community will look like for the next 100 years. Visit NFL.com/huddle for 100 to track your minutes and get rewarded. throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Jim. Wide, get wide.
Now Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Every now and then, you hope some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let him have that opportunity.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens' 10-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20! Black!
40's the mark. Watch QB drop. Check three. Check.
Garoppolo now. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Watch the slant. Check Mike 40. Army. Check safety.
21. Here we go.
Watch the twins.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick it up.
Throwing is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Jackson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, D.
To throw again is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ingram. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Mark Ingram. Incomplete. Jimmy Ward there defensively.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction.
Here we go.
I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 29 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. There's Garoppolo to throw. And now Garoppolo lost the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
40, check, he's coming. Hey, pick your game up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Ingram. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Echo, echo. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Snead's got it. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
And it's third down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
From the gun, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Mike 5-4. Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Delta.
3 buzz. Hatchet.
12.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here's Coleman. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Hey, exit. Check 37.
He's checking.
Lock.
He's coming.
He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
13. Hey, Zoo.
It's going to be a long day offense.
65.
He's back to throw. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis with 6 seconds remaining, as they are now an extra point away from perhaps stealing one here in the final minute. Gold with the extra point, and that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.